Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Blade Zeyrok from Horizon Hobby. Now depending on who you are, you may love the look of this or you may hate it. I think this is essentially Horizon's response to like the Syma X5C. This is a brushed motor camera quad and pretty simple, basic, ready to fly package. But flies much better than the X5C, more sporty, more stable. It has Blade's flight protocol, which I think is just one of the best. I mean, they just fly so nice. I personally think it looks pretty cool. It's a little bizarre, but it's really unique look to it. And then of course I love the bright green, so pretty cool model. Obviously a little bit more expensive, or more, quite a bit more expensive than something like the Syma X5C, but Horizon is an American company, and so you get customer service and part support and all that, so you get a little bit more for the money, and it is just an all-around better quad. The camera, actually, I guess I shouldn't say all around, the camera is a little bit lower quality. It's a 1.3 megapixel 720p camera. So not the best quality. The lens is not adjustable, but I did find the angle to be pretty good. It angles down just a little bit, so you keep the props and stuff out of view. But I think that the angle is pretty good. But not the best quality video coming out of it. But being that it is hard mounted in there, there's no jello wobble or anything, so it is a pretty smooth video. You can remove it, but it takes quite a bit of effort. I mean, you got to remove this whole landing gear and everything and take it out of there. But when you remove the camera, you can do automatic flips with the camera button. But if you've got the camera installed, it doesn't have automatic flips by flipping a switch. But there is a way to do them, which I'll get to here in a bit. It does have LEDs. So we've got in the front here, we've got them on each side, and those are white. And then we've also got them in the back. There's two there. Those are red. So they're placed on the body here, not out on the arms, but they are pretty decent placements. So it's pretty easy to see them and keep track of it. We'll go ahead and move on to the transmitter here. So this is the one that comes with the ready to fly package. But being that this is Blade and the Spectrum protocol, you could bind this to a really nice computer radio like the DX6 or DX8 or whatever, like the two I've got. So you can fly this with a true full hobby grade radio. But the RTF radio is not bad at all. It kind of a funky look, but it actually works well and fits in the hands well. Works good for thumbers or pinchers. And then you've got switches up here. So let's see. Oh, and you can also click the stick. So we'll start with clicking the right stick. Changes rates, and you've only got two rates, and the yaw rate changes, and it's a fast yaw. On high rates, this thing spins, so it's very sporty, really nice, maneuverable, fun to fly quad. Let's see if you can click the left stick, but I don't think that does anything. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see anything in my notes about clicking the left stick. I think that's just, you click that if you need to like rebind the transmitter or something. That's your bind button, basically, I think is what that is. The left switch is how you change modes. So you've got 3 different modes. It's not labeled. I don't remember which position is 1 now. But position 1 is going to be stability, position 2 is stagility, and position 3 is agility. I may have it backwards. I don't know if all the way forward is position 1 or all the way back is position 1 now, because it's not labeled at all, and I can't remember now off the top of my head. But either way, you got the 3 modes, and it has that stagility mode, which is really neat, where it still has auto leveling like stability mode, but if you give a full stick input, then it turns on agility mode and allows you to do a manual flip. And so it basically acts like an automatic flip, I found. If you're in that stability, if you're flying like normal, and you can keep flying and doing all your auto leveling, and then you give a full stick input, and it'll just start flipping, and it'll do like as many flips. As long as you hold it, it'll do multiple flips, and it seems to almost just do them automatically as far as I could tell. I didn't have to really do anything fancy with the throttle, or I was just flying like normal, held full input, and it just started flipping. So it's pretty much, it seems to me at least, like automatic flips as long as you're in that stagility mode. And then if you're in agility mode, you've got full normal 3-axis flight. There's no auto leveling. It'll hold its pitch as long as it wants until you give opposite stick input, and then you can do all your manual rolls and stuff that way. So pretty cool to have all those modes. Like, you know, stuff like the Syma X5C doesn't have that. Oh, I still got more to talk about here. So we've got the right switch is just, you know, it repositions itself. That's our camera operation. So if you just click it once, that's going to take a picture. If you press and hold it, that's going to start a video, and then press a hold again to stop the video. And then again, like I said, if you remove the camera, that's going to act like a flip switch. So I think you probably hold it and then move the stick to flip and then let go. But you've got to have the camera removed in order for that to work. Let's see if I have any other notes about the transmitter. No, that looks like that covers the transmitter. We'll go ahead and move on. You know, it comes with a full set of spare props there. It does come with a micro SD card as well, which is a nice high quality SanDisk 4 GB card. We'll leave that because I got something to say about that here in a minute. This is the battery, which is a really weird, long, skinny battery. It's 750 milliamp hour 1S LiPo with the JST plug, and then it comes with this little USB charger, so that's kind of cool. If you know, especially if you got a bunch of JST batteries already, this is a pretty convenient little charger for those. So I'll be keeping that around. Let's see. Oh, charge time. It's going to take you about 1 hour and 20 minutes to charge the battery, and you get about 8-minute long flights. And the LVC warning is super short, like 5 seconds long. I mean, the LEDs will blink for just, by the time you notice them, it's dead. So pretty short on the LVC, which was a little disappointing for a camera quad. You know, if you're up filming, by the time you notice LVC, it's going to be falling out of the air. So you may want to keep a timer around on that one, or if you're using a computer radio, set your timer for 8 minutes and make sure you're landing by the time it finishes. Okay, so we'll talk about what I was going to say with the micro SD card here. So we've got the card goes in the side there you can kind of see the slot, and once I put the card in, I cannot get it out. I think I put it in upside down. Let me get it in there so I can show you. There's another problem there. It actually slid underneath the slot now. So I can't even show it there. It's like wedged in underneath the slot, and I'm going to have to do some work to get that out. But as you can see, I just proved the point there too. Like this, the placement of this is just awful. I mean, it's buried back in there underneath the arm and this wedge, and even if you successfully put it in, you cannot get it out. Even like it kind of has a spring, and I tried to like spring load it and get it to pop out, and it will not do it, and I can't get my fingers in there to grab it. I literally have to get tweezers to pull the card out every single time I want to remove the card, and you have to remove the card to get the files off it. There's no, no plug where you can just connect a USB cable or anything. You have to take the card out and put it in a reader in order to get your videos off. So I just thought that was just absolutely horrible design and placement of the slot there. And now that I just also proved that you can get the card stuck in there, it's wedged underneath the slot, and it happens so easily because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just blind guessing trying to get it in there. So that's really my one main problem with this thing. Otherwise, I really like it. It flies just great. Lots of options with the flight modes and everything, and just, really nice flyer. It's just a tad underpowered, maybe a little bit. You know, it's just gear-driven brushed motors, and it's fairly heavy for a brushed quad, but you know, still pretty light, well under the FAA registration limits and all that. So maybe feels a little bit underpowered at times, but for the most part, it flies really nice and sporty. Oh, and as far as recalibration goes, it's a really complex procedure, and you gotta like hold the sticks in a crazy way and flip the camera switch and let the LEDs blink, and then you gotta restart it, and I don't even remember what it is, but it's covered in the manual, so if you need to recalibrate it, reference the manual on that, because it's pretty complex. But yeah, I think that finally covered all the details. Let me get one more look here over my notes. Yep, that covers it, so let's go take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the Blade Zeyrok, Zeyrok, who knows how you say it. Pretty wild looking thing, looks like some sort of futuristic space racer or something. It's got a little camera in it, and this has stability, agility, or stability, studgility, and agility mode. So that middle stagility mode has self-leveling until you give full stick input, and then you can allow it to do manual stunts. And if you've got the camera uninstalled, you can actually use this right trigger as a flip button, but I've got the camera installed, so I don't have that option. I may try a stagility flip. We'll see how I'm feeling with that. For now, I'm going to start out in normal stability mode. Alright, so we got two rates. There's low rates yaw, already pretty fast, and then high rates is quite fast. Get a yaw or a funnel going, pretty wild. This thing flies pretty nice, the Blade's flight protocol. Feels a little bit underpowered at times, but not too bad. Doesn't have great LEDs on it, just has white eyes in the front and two little red dots in the back. Well, that's pretty nice. Alright, I think I hold the right trigger for 3 seconds, and that's supposed to start the camera. Yep, looks like the LEDs are blinking and should be filming now. So let me put it on low rates. Do a little bit of aerial video for a bit. Camera's not great, but you know, pretty much on par with this kind of quad that's popular these days, the brush motors. It's kind of, you know, like a Syma X5C competitor, but you know, better flight characteristics, more sporty, and then it's a, you know, American brand, Horizon and Blade, so you've got better customer support and part support, so definitely more expensive than something like the Syma X5C. But you know, you get what you pay for, and I think this is a better quad, especially if you like sport flying. Flies really nice and smooth. Alright, let's go ahead and stop the camera. Okay, now let's go ahead and put it in stagility. So now when I make small stick movements, it still auto levels itself, but I should be able to roll it now. Let's try it. Yep, there we go. A little slow in the wind. Oh yeah, I was on low rates too. Let's put that on high rates and that should go a little bit better. Well, that didn't work. Trying to do this in the wind here. There we go. Whoa! It did 2 flips in a row and came back and hit me. So it looks like it's doing maybe some kind of automated flipping. Let's, battery slid out a little bit. Yeah, that was weird. That did like 2 really fast flips. Let's try that some more. Yeah, it looks like it's doing automated flips in stagility mode. I'm just holding the stick in the full direction, and it just does a flip. So yeah, you can do a couple flips in a row. That's pretty cool. I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just holding full stick. And then let off the stick and it centers itself. That's pretty neat. That is not what I was expecting. Ooh. Oh, ooh, that did not sound good. Yeah, getting caught up in the grass, man. That made a crazy grinding sound. Well, that's pretty cool in stagility, but let's go ahead and put it back into stability. Did I blow out the motor? Did that kill the motor, or what happened? Got LEDs blinking at me. Let's go ahead and restart it. I don't know if I'm an LVC or if maybe that horrible sound I heard was the motor dying. Nope, it's back. Not really sure what happened there, but back to normal stability mode and high rates. Man, this thing is flying really nice. That was really cool. I was surprised with those stagility flips. I hadn't actually tried those yet. And it seems to be just basically an automated flip. I wasn't doing any stunts that you normally have to do to manually flip. I was just holding full right stick input, and it just rolled until I let go, and then it leveled itself back out. That was pretty neat. But if you have the camera uninstalled and you're in just regular stability mode, you can do the same thing by holding the right trigger. So I think that basically puts it in stagility mode without having to actually switch into that. And then it does have full agility mode if you want to fly without any auto leveling and do full manual stunts. This thing's pretty cool, man. Alright, well, I think I showed all there is to show. Let's bring her in for a landing. Nice and smooth. Well, there we go. That's the Blade Zeyrok. I have no idea how you say that name. Very weird looking thing, but it does fly nice. Maybe a slightly underpowered feeling, but definitely not bad. And with the manual flips, and it seems like automated flips in stagility mode, and the camera, and this thing's pretty full featured. And then of course, you know, I'm always a fan of Blade, and their flight protocol is just so nice and smooth, and you can definitely feel it. This thing flies great. Alright, we'll check the video description for a price and purchase link. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.